Long before Mesa Verde was declared a national park, horses ran wild on its mesas and canyons. Some historians believe that the Mesa Verde horses trace back to the original Spanish horses of the conquistadors. Recent genetic testing of a wild horse from the park supports that idea. This is the story of one of those Mesa Verde mustangs, a young Perlino stallion named Marvel. Marvel was born in a remote canyon of Mesa Verde National Park in the winter of 2019. He was a beautiful, snowy Perlino colt with bright blue eyes. Marvel's sire is the band leader, a magnificent stallion named Maestro, who is also a blue-eyed Perlino. Maestro has been the lead stallion of this band since at least 2016. Maestro and his band control access to one of the only natural waters in his territory. This spring is the main source of water for at least 2 other bands of mustangs in the area. Maestro shares with these other bands if there is enough water in the spring. But when water is scarce, Maestro makes sure that his band drinks first. Maestro's neck and face are scarred, relics of his battles over water, mares, and territory. Marvel's dam is Mystique, a confident and bold buckskin mare. A year or 2 prior to joining Maestro, she was the lead mare to a stallion named Phantom in a neighboring band. Phantom is Maestro's main rival for water in the spring. Marvel was born around the same time that Mesa, a little bay filly, was born. As foals, Marvel and Mesa would often play together. Marvel was born into a contentious time. In the national park's eyes, the Mesa Verde Mustangs are officially trespass livestock. As such, Mesa Verde is legally required to remove the Mustangs from the park. At the urging of the NMA, the park agreed to gather and remove the Mesa Verde Mustangs using low-stress bait trapping rather than higher-stress, fear-driven methods like helicopter gathers. In cooperation with the NMA, the park built a pen for trapping the Mustangs. The trap construction proceeded slowly and incrementally to give the Mustangs the opportunity to habituate to the new structures. The park and NMA volunteers baited the partially constructed trap with food, salt, and most importantly, water. Initially, the horses were very suspicious of the changes in the partially constructed trap. But eventually, the horses would enter and leave the trap easily and even follow the truck that would bring water and hay. In 2020, the removal operation was placed on hold due to the COVID-19 pandemic. During this pause, Marvel matured into a handsome young stallion. But, as is natural in wild horses, Maestro noticed Marvel's maturation and drove him from the band. And so, after 2 years of life with his family, Marvel found himself alone. Where would he get food? Where would he find company? And most importantly, how would he get water? He began raiding a water source at one of the park's campgrounds, a dangerous situation for both Marvel and campers. So the park decided that Marvel would be the first horse trapped. Marvel habituated quickly to entering the trap for food and water. After several days of habituation, a park biologist triggered the trap gate remotely. Since Marvel was already comfortable in the trap, he accepted his captivity calmly. The low-stress gather approach was working. After the legally required public notice and holding period, Marvel was transferred to an NMA corral where he was gelded and vaccinated. A hair sample was submitted to Etalon Diagnostics to evaluate Marvel's ancestral DNA. He has approximately 1/4 Iberian and 1/3 European heavy horse ancestry. He also has genetic markers associated with gaited locomotion. NMA sponsored a clinic with Dr. Barlow Irick on gentling Mustangs using positive reinforcement. At this clinic, Marvel, a previously untouched stallion, willingly touched humans for the first time. Since then, Marvel has been at Patricia's training facility, Mustang Camp, to learn how to accept a halter, stand tied, pick up his feet, lead, and load into a trailer. learning skills that every horse needs to succeed in the human world. That's Marvel's story so far. He's being trained to succeed in his new life with humans. Marvel is the ambassador horse for the Mesa Verde Mustang project. He will be available for adoption when his training is complete. However, there are roughly 70 more fantastic horses that need your help.